For each of us, there comes a moment, a defining instance in our lives, one where we're changed forever. A moment that changes our heart, our path in life. A moment that changes who we are and who we'll someday be. A moment that brings who we are to a new place, a place of care and a place of understanding of who we will someday be and who we will someday care for. From generation to generation, a bright and beautiful future is in each of our hands. How we look at that future, how we shape that future, and how we will be a part of that future.
Louise S. Campbell, many services, and they're all very, very necessary. And the food's always very, very good. And I'm eating my vegetables. I'm even eating Brussels sprouts. I can't prepare a thing for me. They don't want me anywhere near a stove. Burn me down, the house down, and them too. Seems like they're always doing something for me. I don't have to use the phone, and I just press the button. They asked me if I wanted the fire department or the police. Knock on those 3 young men out there. This is when I could see. I could tell they're looking for the book. Where to say grandmas, what do we do with them? And they took care of me and left. He says, how come we were married in 1960 and it's now 2014? That's 100 years. I said, honey, it just seems like it. He didn't laugh. He's in dementia. He used to laugh at things. I wouldn't even be surviving without the aid I'm getting. No way. I appreciate all they've done and all they've helped me. And I'm sure they help other people equally as skillfully as they help me. I couldn't have stayed in my home this long without them, I know that.
Hi, I'm Mike Link. I'm a family physician here in Kissimmee for the past 30 years. Our business is Family Healthcare Central Florida. I've been asked to talk a little bit about why I am at the council and the people that are there serving the community, all aspects of the community. You know, it says Council on Aging, except that when we have a clinic there, we don't necessarily just see the aging. We see people who have no other options. We see people who need health care and don't have any other place to go. There are other options, but not for them necessarily. We're now there monthly for the past 3 years or so. Somebody from my practice is there volunteering their time to plug a need into the community that we see is pretty desperate. I enjoy the time that I'm there, and I'll tell you this, some of the patients that I have served in the office as private patients, I now from time to time see some of them because their lives have changed, their opportunities have changed, their options are limited. So then they come to the council clinic, get their health care for a while, hopefully get back on their feet or get other options, and maybe I'll see them someplace else. But at least for this time, this plugs holes in a way that nothing else does in this county.
The Osceola Council on Aging, created in 1971, is the largest social services organization in Osceola County, providing a wide array of services and programs to meet the needs of our community. We serve all generations and bring a welcoming heart and uplifting hands to assist in overcoming the many challenges of life.
I'm Leslie Eugene Culver, 86 years old.
I'm Leslie Culver's oldest daughter. He couldn't cook for himself, couldn't clean his house, and she got in touch with Council on Aging. And since then, Daddy's been getting Meals on Wheels 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and they even cater to the fact that he's diabetic. Myself and one sister, we both live 16 miles away. Another sister lives in Harmony, which is like 30 miles from here, and my twin brother lives in Dallas, Texas. So it's very important that we know somebody's going to be here every day checking on Daddy, and that they would react, they would call.
It helps me much that they bring the meals and all that, because I'll strictly walk with a walker.
And it's Dad's desire to stay in the home. Everything he earned in his life is right here. It's just a great honor to us that Council on Aging in the county, the people that contribute and donate to keep this program running, do what they do.
The thing, when you're older and you're down, just a little bit of help is a big help. And I've got that real well from Council on Aging. I appreciate it.
I used to think the worst thing that could ever happen is that you would get sick and not be able to do things for yourself. But honestly, probably the worst thing is to be by yourself and to be lonely. And so many of our Meals on Wheels clients are so lonely. You know, they only see the volunteer. So they're very important to providing that caring that people need to exist.
Que estoy muy agradecida de la gente del cónsul porque ellos me han ayudado bastante. Las comidas son fabulosas. A mí me encantan. Espero que sigan dando esta ayuda a las personas que me estén escuchando. Por favor, ayúdenos.
Hi, I'm Jack Elbin. Joanne and I are 83 years old. Had it not been for the Osceola Council on Aging, we would have had a very hard time staying here. The council has been very good to us. They gave us a new front door and a new back door that are insulated, and they insulated the ceiling. The utility bills probably have been reduced by an average of at least $150 a month. Joanne's unable to fix any meals anymore, and I'm not much of a cook, so it's been a godsend getting the Meals on Wheels. And they come in and talk with us, and we're friends. For many years, Joanne was a driver for Meals on Wheels. Joanne had a stroke a couple of years ago. I was afraid I was going to lose her. She can't read anymore. So I go in about 5 o'clock in the mornings and read to her. I've read a few books to her, and we both enjoy that time. The Council on Aging has been wonderful to us, and we're very thankful for them. It's important to help people, and we've always helped, and we were kind of surprised when we came to a place where we didn't help anymore, but we were being helped.
Hi, my name is Mary Luz Rojas. I'm a single mother. I have 3 children. I also have my mother whom I take care of. She's 76 years old. She's had a stroke and 2 heart attacks. She is a wonderful mother, and now it's my turn to care for her. We moved in with my brother who lives here in Florida. A few months ago, he suffered a stroke and a heart attack. I started here at the Council on Aging approximately about 7-8 months ago. When Carmen Carrasquillo approached me about doing the CNA program, I didn't even realize how good it was going to be for me. It was hard considering everything else I had been going through, but I made it, and I did it with the help of the Council on Aging. And I can't begin to express my gratitude and how much I appreciate that. I think that I'm showing my children that it's never too late, and that education is the most important thing. I'm trying to set the best example that I can for them. And caring for them, caring for my mother, and going through everything that I'm going through right now has made me a stronger person, a better mother, a better daughter, a better person. And I don't know where I'd be if I wasn't here.
Volunteers are essential to the Council on Aging. We could not accomplish our mission without our volunteers. They work in our kitchens, they answer our phones, they deliver our meals, they work in our adult daycare.
They provide rides to seniors. They do all kinds of things. Matter of fact, I think this agency could be run by volunteers, and it was in the beginning.
My name is Noelle. When they take a nap, I help them get up, because some people do that, and I like doing that. I dance, and I talk, and I color, and I do puzzles. Well, they like doing puzzles with me and coloring. That's the most fun part. When I'm here and I help someone, I see big, cute smiles. I love smiling. Thank you, Council on Aging, for letting me help.
Hello, my name is Margie Sweeney, and I work here at the Council on Aging seeing uninsured patients. They have a lot of obstacles, and this is their last hope. If we weren't here, I'm not sure where they would go. There's a high percentage of the patients here that are Hispanic. Because I speak Spanish, I think that is a very good fit for both of us. It's a win-win. I see the transformation in people as they're getting the care that they need. I feel blessed to be part of this group, and I welcome you to be part of our group, whether it's through financial support, through coming to volunteer at the clinic, just any way that you could help us. We really, really would appreciate it. The patients are very appreciative, and I think you'll find it a rewarding, just very rewarding if you join us.
Hi, my name is Jenny Yellen. I used to live into an apartment complex, and my apartment was broken into twice. So I moved out of there within like a week because I didn't feel safe and my kids would not sleep there at all. So my options was to move back home with my parents. This would be very hard because my son has some challenges. My son has sickle cell anemia, and he's legally blind in his left eye. He have to go 2 times a month to Nemours Children's Clinic for blood transfusion. My aunt found out that Council on Aging had a program for me. I filled out an application for housing, and they blessed me and my children with a beautiful home. It came with a washer and a dryer and all the appliances, and they also gave my son a bedroom set. They gave him comforter and sheets. I really appreciate them. Living here has been wonderful. I feel like my family is safe and secure. They're riding up and down the sidewalk. This program is such a blessing to me and my family. I hope that this program continues to be a blessing to other families as well.
I'm Kristin Hoechlin. I'm the registered nurse for the Osceola Council on Aging, and I am blessed to be in charge of our adult daycare program. It allows clients who need medical supervision and cannot be left alone home during the day to come to a supervised healthcare environment and spend the day with staff who love them while their clients and their loved ones are at work. And my father was a nursing home administrator. I was sitting in his lobby waiting to go home. One of the nurses brought up a senior, and she was in a wheelchair, and she was in a robe, and she was smiling and smiling up at the nurse, and they wheeled her, and her son had come in from out of town to see her. And they wheeled her up to her son, who was so excited to see her. And she looked up at him, and she had no idea who he was. He proceeded to cry. His mother didn't know who he was anymore. I knew then at age 11 that I was going to work with seniors. And I had been blessed to be able to be an adult daycare director and work with patients with Alzheimer's disease. All of my caregivers are in crisis. They truly are. They are working nonstop. They are caring for their own families, their own children, and have their mother or father on top of that care and having to work. This program takes a big burden off their shoulders and lets that caregiver keep their mother or father at home where they want to be. Peggy, she was in and out of nursing homes. She had had multiple strokes and was going in and out for rehab and was just not progressing. The quality of care would be better at home, so they took their mother home. They also realized that they couldn't do it by themselves at home. And when Peggy first started our program, she was wheelchair bound. She always had a beautiful smile, but the only word she would ever tell us was yes. yes to every question that we asked her. After about a month in our adult daycare program, Peggy's just shining. She's talking, she's participating in activities. We have her up walking with a walker, and her family says the difference in a home is just tremendous. So this program truly does make a huge difference. It helps keep our families together and intact. And I always say, think of where I want to be when I'm that age, or where I want my mother to be. And I want her to be at home where she wants to be. And this program allows that to happen.
And I think that we are impacting the residents, the current residents of Osceola County, in ways that you just would not imagine. So my suggestion to you is to consider going there for a day, walking around, looking around, and see if you can leave, because we could not.
The Osceola Council on Aging, to support families as they progress towards self-sufficiency, to sustain the elderly and disabled by helping them age in place, to nourish by providing for life's most basic need, to heal through education and the support of volunteer physicians, to house those who would otherwise be homeless. The Osceola Council on Aging provides an environment of care, support, respect, and community for all.